Good morning, interwebs. It is 11:35. I'm up. I'm dressed. I've even already had a cup of tea. I got up before it was even 10. I woke up before my kids. Steve had just gotten home from his run, and he was hopping in the shower, and so I made tea, spent minutes with him. Actually, he might have been a whole hour as everybody woke up. So that was good. And now I am about to film the end of a video for which I have filmed the beginning and some part already, which will be good. Like, I don't know, I haven't been filming for other channel. I haven't filmed this channel having like an artistic existential crisis, y'all. It's a thing, but maybe it's not just artistic. It's partially artistic, but still just muddling through. So I'm gonna film that video because I feel like in the mood, and I know that I have to like jump on that the moment it hits. I'm like, woo, gotta do it, or it'll pass, and then days will pass, and weeks will pass, and things never happen. So, gonna do that. Other plan for the day, we spent some time this morning making a rather lengthy grocery list. We're gonna head to Walmart to buy groceries. It still saddens me that I buy my groceries at Walmart mostly here, but our local grocery store doesn't have enough turnover, and so frequently the food is just not that good, which is a problem. I like supporting the local grocers, but I have a hard time when the quality of food is not as good because of how long the food sits on the shelves. So I end up at Walmart, which, I don't know. But, I mean, they employ a lot of people here, so me and my morals it's a constant battle. Anyways, we're going to go to Walmart, do that, and then come home, do some schooly things. Hopefully I'll do some video editing things. We'll do more on our buzzwordathon for the word and, because we are having so much fun with that. And yeah, I don't know what else my day is going to entail, but I feel like it's off to a more positive note than it has been some days. So, trying to stay on that positive feel. I'm gonna go and film the video, and then I will catch up with you all later. Well, it's about 2:15. I will be headed to bed here shortly, but I thought I would fill you in on my day. Our trip to Walmart was uneventful. It was we had one of those days where we had like the super overflowing cart and people looked at me funny. It was just the way it was. We had things we needed, and some of them were large. Like the 20-pound bag of rice that I purchased. It was funny, I put it up on the conveyor belt, and then it ended up falling off on the floor. It was a thing. But it was not a big deal. The checker was very, like, cool about it. There's a guy in line behind me, and he was like, wow, that's a lot of rice. And I said, yeah, and it won't last as long, as I would hope it would. He says, I don't think I could eat all of that in a year. I don't actually know how long it takes us to go through 20 pounds of rice, but maybe I'll let you know. It's really not that long, because we usually eat at least 3 cups of, like, uncooked rice a day. So, anyways, we did that, did other, usual lifey things. Steve left for his 12-hour shift. So he left early. He helped me carry in most of the groceries when he left. We got home, and I just brought in all of the perishable stuff because it was, like, warm out, obviously. But everything was heavy, and I was tired. And so I just left it all there, and he helped me bring it in, which is very nice of him. And then what else did we do that was noteworthy tonight? I don't know, we had like one of those really smooth, nice evenings where everything just kind of like went right, but there was nothing like special about it, which, I mean, frankly, that's probably better. I would rather have smooth sailing without anything special than, I don't know, eventful, but also eventful, So I worked some more on my blanket tonight. Hey, it's next. So this is the first Tiny Tales blanket, and this is the second one. I filmed the video for this one today, that's why it's out. But yeah, they're so colorful and fun. But I thought that I would tell you a bit about the books that we read today, because I think that's really interesting. So this book, first one, I got for 10 cents at one point. I think this one I did pay 10 cents for. So this is called Hurry, Scurry, and Flurry by Mary and Conrad Buff. And this book was published in 1954. And Our county library is actually a Carnegie library, but we don't go to our county library anymore because their selection is just really poor as far as juvenile books. Perhaps it's gotten better, but considering they still have the same cranky, pretty rude librarian, and that's like their only staff, I'm going to assume it hasn't gotten any better. So we don't actually go to our county library. We go to a different county's library, but it's like not a big deal. That's how libraries work around here. You can kind of go wherever you want so long as they're cool with you being there. So I, though, purchased a whole bunch of books from our county library, like shortly after we moved here, when we were still going to it. And they were getting rid of a lot of their children's books. Now, mind you, they were old books. Like, this book is from the 50s. But they weren't replacing them with new children's books. They were just, like, getting rid of children's books. Basically, unless you wanted to read paperback romance novels or mysteries in large print, they have nothing there for you. So we opened this book up tonight, and it is beautiful. I didn't really realize, I think I've read parts of it before, but not super closely. It's like a lyric poem, the whole book, and it goes through the 4 seasons, and it's the story of these 3 baby squirrels, from their mom building the nest and having them, to them meeting whatever their fate is in life. Spoiler, halfway through the book, one of them gets picked up by a hawk and is never seen again. And we all were just like, wait, what? My reaction was, well, there's a sad, like, I wasn't expecting that. And then, this book had more suspense than, like, any book of its length that I've read in a long, long time. Like, you get to the end of the pages and it would be like, oh, are they gonna die? And then it'd be like, fine. It was a very realistic portrayal of nature. The, like, charcoal looking is what I think the drawings are done in. They are so pretty, and my daughter's reaction was those would be really good as, like, practice for sketching, you know, to try and copy some of those drawings, which was my thought, too. Which I think might be a thing that I do both personally and then maybe with whatever kids are interested, but doing, like, an artist study through picture books. Now, I know lots of people do this. It's like a very common homeschool thing to do these unit studies of, like, famous artists of children's books, like Eric Carle or whatever. I'm not a big Eric Carle fan, but that's neither here nor there. But people will basically, like, look at a bunch of picture books by an artist and then try and emulate their style. And I just think it's kind of cooler to pick up, like, random books. Like, another we read tonight was this one called Kick, Pass, and Run by Leonard Kessler. It's like an I Can Read book. There's like these super goofy images of animals. And this, they found a football, but they think it's an egg. And it goes through this whole, like, funny story about the kids playing football and the animals playing football. But the image, like, these are replicatable. And not in a way where, like, you're copying, but in a way that I think you could really be learning how to draw. So, I think that might become a thing that we do. Oh, and the final book that we read today was Danny and the Dinosaur by Sid Hoff, which I love this book. It's so silly. But what I noticed, like, as soon as I was looking at it, is that I think that it's got, like, this ink. There's red and black ink, but I think the whole thing is kind of done like a crayon style, and that they only use 3 colors. Blue, red, and yellow, and then those 3 colors are just combined with the inking to make these really interesting and simple, but like a really good portrayal of, like, kind of a kid-like drawing. And so this is one of my favorite images, both of this book and what we read today, where the dinosaur takes the kid to the zoo. And then nobody wants to look at the other animals. And so it says, please go away so the animals will get looked at, said the zoo man. And that's just so silly and ridiculous, but also just wonderful. And these drawings, again, are so simple, but wonderful, because the clarity of the drawings is just amazing to me. I don't know, maybe I'm putting too much thought into picture books, but I really, this time through these books, I'm not just enjoying the stories, well, I am, but I'm really enjoying the art and looking at all the different styles and, like, I don't know, gleaning stuff from them or inspiration or something. Like, just seeing what there is to see and then how I can apply that to things that I do or would like to be doing. So I just think that's an interesting inspiration point that maybe we don't put enough emphasis on. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed now so that I can get up tomorrow and do all the things all over again. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Oh, I do. Tomorrow is going to bring dance class and the beginning of a kind of busy but kind of relaxed, maybe. No, it's going to probably be busy. This whole month is going to be busy, but kind of a busy week. So I should go to bed so that I can have energy for all of the excitements that tomorrow will bring, and more picture books to be excited about, and maybe some drawings to try and replicate, learn from, be inspired by the style of. I don't know. So I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty night.